Okay, let's go. This is part 2, so we already have
through the forgotten.
Yeah,
villains.
now we're gonna go into the more obscure villains, but some of them are.
These
legendary.
all start at F. They're below everything that was.
No, not all of them.
These are the super jobber tiers.
Yeah. God, it's still with the jobbers. Okay.
Explain what it is. You know what it means.
Yeah.
We'll start with Rhitahtyn, Sauce Arvina.
Yeah.
Legendary Cape Westwind villain.
I mean,
boss.
the build-up was insane, and then the outcome was not insane.
Oh, Mela's covering.
His remade fight is good, but the original output was bad.
It depends on when you did it. Because if you did it around, I would say even like mid Realm Reborn, it was still kind of like, you know, he did his thing for the most part.
Oh,
but like,
really?
I think by like 2.4, it was like, you know, it's already.
I would have said, yeah, that's fair actually. Maybe by 2.
I think I did him. I think I got up to the point in when I first played, and I still feel like it wasn't that good, but definitely on the, you know, any other time round. Most players won't have a good time with him, except for maybe modern players now, because it did make his fight better now.
Yeah,
I mean,
I still haven't done that fight. I need to do that.
Like
it's really good.
One of us that's done it. Oh, you've done it as well, mate. Like.
Yeah, I got it in something.
Yeah. I mean, because of his meme status, he is an unforgettable villain, sort of, for the people that were there for that.
Yeah, but not necessarily for good reasons.
No.
Yeah,
No.
He's unforgettable because he's forgettable.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Where are we?
Looking at where we've put some of these people,
He's such a like a punch clock villain. Like he's evil because that's his job.
Yeah.
But like
literally a jobber. Literally,
he is a jobber.
He is literally a jobber.
I think he didn't have very much build-up compared to some of the other Guardians around the same time. Like Nero and Livia were always like.
I just can't
kind of
put him
having a
higher
chat.
than.
And
I
he
can't
was
even
just
put him on the same tier as Nero. He has to be.
He can't be on like with Nero and
He's an E for
Zodiac.
me.
Like
No.
that's crazy. I mean, yeah.
But he's not like awful in the context of his story, and he wasn't really ruined by the weapons quest line or the trial
No.
series.
He came back in the IT scope as well, which was interesting.
Yeah.
At least they
Yeah.
haven't forgotten him.
True.
But
You know
I
what?
don't think he was a good fit.
Underrated design though. I actually really like his.
I do like
yeah,
his
it's like-
design.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
He has like two gun shields.
Yeah.
Some of the peak weapon and armor design in 14 in terms of like.
I agree. That unique Guardian flair. They've lost that a little bit, I think.
I just can't put him on the same tier as Nero or higher. So he has to be E for me by default.
I don't even. But like, I think Ranjit's better for sure. I think he has to go in F.
You can put him in F if you want. I don't think he's that. I don't think he's the bottom of the barrel. There are worse villains for me, so I have to put him at E.
He is.
There can be multiple people on F though.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Of course. You just
I know
give your
that,
scores.
but I just. No, I know. I can't say that they're the same level as Rhitahtyn.
Okay.
He had potential though. I think he could have if Reborn had some more time with him somehow. I think he could develop. But like, he's just, you know, he was a little intimidating, and then it just kind of goes.
Ranjit
I
has a backstory. He has motivation. When you meet Rhitahtyn, it's like, I am evil man that's supposed to stop you. You blow on him, he falls over, you know, and then you move on with your life in the game, essentially. Ranjit has a little more.
Like,
Yeah.
Ranjit might have more, but I think the more he has is bad. Is really,
Yeah, I
really
agree with
bad.
Mailer on that.
Like, just put, like, instead of missing in all aspects, with Rhitahtyn, they didn't even try in some aspects, but it's hard. I think.
Yeah, it's like, do you prefer like dog food, or do you prefer like foie gras with a side of dog shit? Which one would you rather have?
I don't even know who's who anymore.
I mean, I still think it's F. Like, I don't even hate Rhitahtyn. I think
I'm torn between both of your. Like, I do agree with you, Rora, that he's just a nothing, but I also think.
Yeah.
I think Ranjit's probably at, like, a very bad villain as well, and in some more disrespectful to the player, I think, than Rhitahtyn was.
I agree.
I think he was just missing a lot of his backstory that they didn't
Possibly.
show in game.
Right.
For Ranjit, at least. The little
I don't think
side story.
Ranjit should have been as powerful as he was. I feel like the fact that he was on equal, well, even more powerful than us was ridiculous at that point.
But you
in
can
the
also
story.
say, I don't think Rhitahtyn should have been as easy as he was for most of the games.
That's
so
true.
Far. So
I think I'm going to put him on an E because I think there are some people in this list who are nothing, like absolute nothings,
that's fair.
and at least he has something to him. But I don't think he's good. That's where I'll end him.
I put him with love in an F.
Yeah, I think I would put him at F as well, but that does end him up on an E. All right.
That's fair.
Livia.
I like Livia.
I like Livia as a villain.
Ruined by the weapon quest line. Or the weapon shop.
A little bit, yeah.
Absolutely.
I love her design though. I've always liked her armor and her Magitech walker, and
Her
I
boob
think
hat,
she's cool.
You know, yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
I think the weapon quest line made her funnier to me as a villain. Which I don't know if is a good thing, but like I like that they made her like irredeemably bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made her like a yandere trope thing.
She was already a yandere.
But
She
they
wanted
leaned
was
more
Gaius.
into it, and then they're like,
Lord Gaius! Like she's
His body, his soul, it's mine.
yeah, I mean she's already lost in the Praetorium or Castrum.
Yeah.
I didn't like the double down. I thought she was better to Rome Reborn, but with more of the context that they decided to add.
I think the worst thing they do about Livia's character is that they completely absolve Gaius of everything in the weapons storyline. I think that's the worst part. I don't think they actually made Livia any worse in the weapons storyline.
Yeah, Gaius is absolutely. Actually,
Gaius is what? Sorry, you cut out there.
his absolution has been a little bit like
He's muddy.
wild if you really think about it. Yeah,
But I love him, so
I love him too. Yeah, Gaius will always
he's my
be
baby girl.
Yeah, I think Livia's obviously. I think she's higher than Rhitahtyn on this scale.
I think she's higher than Nero. I think she's a better villain than Nero.
I think she
Really? I
might
don't
be.
know if
Yeah,
I
because
do
we
that.
put Nero in D because he's such a good character, but his actual villain arc wasn't all that there.
Yeah. I mean, Livia is the one. Like, Livia is essentially the one responsible for the attack on the Waking Sand.
That's true. Yeah,
That's
and
one of the first massive moments of like.
That's when we
where
lost
you're stuck as a player.
Phryxia or whatever. Oh, Noraxia.
Phryxia is the cabbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the cauliflower one.
Poor cabbage.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know where to, but she's like a C or a D for me.
I think she would be at the same level at D for sure.
I
Yeah,
think she's a C for me.
I think I lean to a D.
She does kidnap Minfilia, that is true.
I can't.
Everyone kidnapped Minfilia. Even Hydaelyn fucking kidnapped Minfilia.
Like I do like an evil woman trope, you know, like, oh, I'm just an evil lady, huh? But she's just like, oh, I'm a fucked up evil lady.
Yeah.
I'm
That's what makes
demented,
it more
and
interesting.
and I'm obsessed with this man to my own detriment.
I think the Gaius love brought her down a bit. Like it was weird at that point. It's like
Yeah.
so
I agree with
obsessive. It always felt odd. Like I thought she was like a really cool, evil member of the Gaius, and it's like Gaius's body should be mine. I fucking love Gaius. Gaius's cock. It's great.
Oh,
Like
Yeah,
She
she
needs
was a
to
bit
calm
one
down.
track. You know what?
Yeah.
D. Yeah, I'll give
Okay.
her D. All right. Give her
Like Gaius.
sorry.
Nabriales.
Fucking who?
Nabriales.
Nabriales.
What did this guy do?
Uh,
He is responsible for the
the
worst
chrysalis.
trial.
He kills
Yeah,
Monbreeder,
that's true.
Oh, he does kill Moonbreeder, which is not. We don't like that.
but apparently that doesn't matter if they kill important characters. So the fact that he's such a like nothing villain, I kind of want to. He's between E and F for me, to be honest. He kidnaps Minfilia. Wow, another one that does it.
Is that there's so many people who kidnap?
Yeah.
Doesn't he look like what's
He's
that?
got mutton chops, doesn't he?
Oh, he looks like
not Roderick, the other dude.
Roderick.
It looks like who?
The one that's not Roderick.
Oh, Dunstan?
Yeah, he looks like Dunstan.
Yeah, he does.
Does he not?
He does. He does. Yeah. Yeah, he's like nothing. Yeah.
He's not even one of the convocation. He's
It's just a dude.
Fucking loser.
Yeah, it's just a dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
we
The only
killed
thing
him
that
with
prevents me from
Tsutsumase.
putting him on F is that he's the reason that Munbrida dies.
That's true. That's villain shit, I guess.
I do like his mask though. Actually, I think he has a pretty cool.
I
mask.
didn't mind his design. The thing is, he was around in the game at a time when the Ascians were truly interesting.
Interesting.
that's an interesting take. I don't know if the
mysterious.
Ascians were interesting.
They were-
I would say they were.
Ascians were just
They were
pop
theoretically interesting.
villains. Yeah.
They were
Oh,
their motivations were a little unclear. They were
They
extremely
were more mysterious.
they were
very
mysterious, but there was
and
no
then you could
lore.
Yeah, but you could discuss them and you could think, what are they doing? Like,
No one was
Why are they seemingly
discussing Nabriales.
well, no,
Oh, it was disgusting.
I mean, you can say about anything. Before you know what the villain is or the plot is, it's always going to be more interesting in your head. Whatever
I
you
suppose
imagine.
so. Yeah.
Nabriales compared to so many other villains. Oh, we don't have Igeyorhm on this list. We probably should put her.
We do,
No, we
have
do that.
Igeyorhm.
We're next to Nhaza'a Jaab and Regula van Hydrus.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
And Mitron.
Yeah.
No, he's an E for me. He means nothing to me. I care not for
No,
him.
I literally can't.
I think I'll agree with you that at least because he led the path for my favourite scene in Endwalker,
Yes.
so he can have an E for that.
Right.
Urianger meeting Moonbreeder's parents is simply the best part of Endwalker.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Rollo? Where are we putting Nabriales?
If I'm being kind, I guess a D. I think he played his part for the most part. I'll be nice. Sure, D.
Okay, Rollo
Wow.
goes D. Mela goes E. Georgi goes E.
I just can't accept that he was on. I mean, it's up to you. But to
really,
put him on the same tier as Nero and Livia is just.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That seems appropriate to me.
He
Varys.
did some shits that changed a lot in the game, you know, Munbrida, and changed it essentially developed Urianger as a result. But
I mean,
That's all he did.
We don't get that kind of.
That's all
Yeah,
he did.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
that's not functions of his own like schemes.
No.
That's just like it's like a consequence, but it's not something he went out to do.
right.
I want to develop this uninteresting character. That's my plan. You know what? That's an interesting motivation right there.
Yeah.
I'm killing your friend for the plot.
Okay, this one's gonna be interesting. Yuyuhase.
Oh, fucking hate you, I hate him.
Yeah.
He's such a little
I love
shit.
that he's an evil little shit.
He's probably the reason most people hate Lalafels.
Yeah, I think
He's so unrepentantly
You said
just
that
a
about
dickhead.
like Letty.
Well, he's part of the trio that I consider.
All of the Lalafels are evil.
Teleji
No,
and Yuyuhase.
Thank God we have Pippin.
Yeah, Pippin's good. He's a good boy. He's a baby girl. Yuyuhase, yeah? What are we thinking? He's
He's
irredeemable.
a pretty decent villain, but he's fucking annoying, and he also doesn't do as much as people like.
He's not very deep.
Ilbin
He's
stuff.
not very
as
deep.
character.
True, but he does
He's a sidekick villain.
backstabbing. Like he was instrumental in turning the Crystal Braves on.
He got like
Yeah.
captured too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like was it after Heavensward or during Heavensward? They like put him in jail.
It's after. It's
Yeah.
during Stormblood.
Stormblood.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not deep,
I don't know, man.
but he is a very classic, like, shitbag.
I think my
don't
favorite
think
part
that-
about him is that unlike Laurentius, there's no reason why he's a fucked
No.
up. He's just
He's
evil.
He's just evil.
He's just a Lalafell.
Okay. You can't-
Apparently he was a guard in 1.0.
yeah,
Yeah, he was.
He was
the-
guarding.
he was the Aetheryte guard in 1.0.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I like about him.
Yeah, he is a 1.0 character. So
In
is
it for the money, good for him.
Yeah.
He's between a C and a D for me.
Okay.
So I love the Crystal Braves. Solid C.
I do
or the,
too.
or the Crystal Brave Betrayers or whatever.
Right. That.
I liked the whole concept of it. It was like building It was kind of like building your own branch of Grand Company. I thought that was cool, like a neutral Grand Company. It was a good arc. I wish it.
Yeah. Led by
I
a
don't know.
14-year-old.
Yeah.
Baby face.
What could
baby
go
face
wrong?
boy. He's 45 years old.
Yeah. And if we're gonna use the argument we used for Xenos, like, I gave Xenos high score because I fucking hate him. And I fucking hate Yuyuhase. Like, just looking at
That's
his
fair.
prick's face.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of convinced me that I'll put him at C for myself. But I don't know what you guys will do.
I think he's a good C.
The ultimate problem I have with him is he's ultimately not that deep.
No.
I'll go with a C as well.
All right. C as well.
You know what
I
is
think
deep
that's-
though? His JP voice. Oh my
Yeah.
god. It's one of those really deep voice lava fountains.
Yeah.
in
What
the Japanese stuff.
have light?
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
My name's Yuyuhase Luluhase.
It's like, he's like, Domoko. It's so fucked up.
Okay, another fucking asshole is Laurentius,
Yeah.
who you first encountering in the Shroud.
The great. Wow.
Laurentius is a very unique feature to him, is that when you're fighting NPCs that he summons, he is one of the few people that you can actually still talk to while you're in combat.
Oh yeah.
And he just says, "Yeah, fuck him up,"
Yeah.
to the his NPC friends.
Yeah, this is a coward, but he has a little. He gets fleshed out a little bit in End of Heavensward, in the end of what's his name? What's his fucking name? Ilberd's arc. You know.
Elbridge, yeah. He's in Belsa's walls.
Yeah, he is a Garlean. Like he sides with the Garleans a lot. That's his whole shtick in Realm
Yeah.
Reborn.
He was a rat, or
He also got arrested.
Yes.
what was he doing? He was a wood whaler too, originally, right?
Yes.
He was.
Yeah.
He betrayed.
I just
he
said
was,
wood whalers too.
Literally
he
a
sold
traitor.
information to the Guardian.
Yeah.
Then he joined the Crystal Braves and betrayed them.
Yeah.
Then he
What
murdered.
is motivation for
people.
betraying? I don't remember.
Because it's all he knows, Rollo.
Yeah. But in the Heavensward, in the Ilberd part, in the at the end of Heavensward, we do get to see he does a lot of shit there as well. He's on the side of Ilberd, but he does it for Al Amigo.
He's
Right.
the one, yeah, and he's also the one that, like, even though he still presses the button to release the armored weapons on the Alliance.
Yeah.
Unlike Yuyuhase, he realizes it's fucked up, but
Yeah.
he still does it.
Yes.
He's a
that's
tough one.
Wait.
He's one of those cowardly villains.
Yeah.
Apparently, remember that Elidibus fight in Shadowbringers, where he shows you all like the bosses you fought and villains or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Xenos, whatever. For some reason, this guy's one of them too.
Him,
really
Yuyuhase, and
forgot.
Elbert together, aren't they?
Yeah.
Laurentius was in that group. It's very funny.
Yeah.
I don't know about him. I kind of feel like Yuyuhase is more of a villainous villain than Laurentius, so I suppose by that token I'd drop him.
I mean, I
Let's
think
see.
Yuyuhase is more villainous, but that's not necessarily what I'm rating them on. I'm rating them on the strength of their being antagonists or villainous characters. And to be honest, I think he's kind of the same as Yuyuhase for me,
Yeah.
personally.
I think he's a solid C. Like I liked kind of seeing
He
him
kept coming
his
back
muffins.
and like doing the same fucking thing as well. Like he just can't help
Yeah.
himself. Like he has to backstab
Yeah.
constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while Yuyuhase only really did it once.
That's true.
Laurentius did it like 4 times. Like he's just can't help himself.
I'd say he's a C.
I'd pop him to a D, but I can.
Okay,
I can see the
Melody.
Why would you recruit him into the Crystal Braves? What was the justification of that?
Because he was just
a
out, he was
child
out
in
of
charge.
jail, and he was out of
Alphonse
jail, and
is
we
the
were giving
best.
him a second chance.
Yeah.
Biggest
Because
mistake
he
ever.
still-
Final Fantasy
he wasn't-
14 told me that people are all repeat offenders.
Yeah.
Because he was a wood whaler originally. He wasn't a villain.
Yeah. No.
Well, he was, but he didn't. He tries to be good. He just can't help himself.
So sad.
All right, roll on.
Like I said, I like the Crystal Braves in general. I'd say C.
Okay.
He's on the same tier as Yuyuhase for sure.
I think I agree with that. I think they are the same. So 1D, 3 Cs. Okay. Emperor Xande of the Elegant Empire.
Oh, that's who that was.
Xande.
I just saw his
think I've
crossing
seen
head.
seen this model elsewhere, I think.
Xande's cool.
Yeah.
He has a lot of he has the mysterious parts of his 1.0 background, like Xande's tomb. Lots of what is this? I mean, he's integral to an entire era within the history of the world.
I mean, lore-wise, he's
so important.
Yeah.
Is this Xande or the clone? It's the one we encountered, so it's technically the clone.
It's technically the
clone. But it's the full
But we are judging
the legacy.
The legacy of Xande. He's fucking he's done it all.
Yeah.
He conquered the world. He did what the Guardians wanted. So he's on that token alone.
It's
a
not
good
clear
villain.
if it was what he wanted, because he thought that was the solution for the. I don't even remember. Stagnation? Was that what it was? I think. I don't remember exactly what Xande did, but remember there was the downfall of the Allegan Empire, and then he's like, we need to rejuvenate shit.
I mean, ultimately, Fendaniel used him as a pawn. Fendaniel / Amon used him as a pawn to bring about a calamity.
Yes, well, he brought him back.
He did bring him back.
Yeah, he brought him back from the dead, because he was dead, I believe.
Well, not brought back from the dead, it is a clone, but essentially.
Yeah.
I don't think his design's that good. It didn't translate.
No, I agree.
From FF3 art, or is it FF2? I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very literal interpretation of his 3 design.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I think it's kind of cool. He looks like a Street Fighter character or something.
I mean,
getting all powered up.
I don't believe when I look at him that's what Emperor Xande looked like, but you can maybe that's just because of the cloning process, or this is some sort
he's very large for a human.
I don't think that's what, because Xande was also the first Emperor of Allag, right? That's why it chose him.
Yes.
As a
I mean, Xande was the person that drove Allag to conquer.
Yes.
And then, as a result of the stagnation that happened, that's when Amon brought him back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think I could put him below a C business, but maybe a B. I think he's pretty important.
Okay. I mean, story-wise, he is. I mean, the Crystal Tower.
His story.
Exactly.
His backstory is very important, but just as we encounter him, as much as we experience him, he's kind of just an entity, but he represents more. So he feels like he's on the same level as characters like Alexander and Omega to me, where they represent a threat, but maybe they're not necessarily truly villainous. Well, he is villainous, but so as a result, he kind of averages out to a C.
Yeah,
okay.
I see that.
I think the stuff for him is mostly it's a lot of telling and not showing, which is I think fine. I don't think he's played out to be the Omega. He's the first boss of Circus Tower, or the clone is. So whatever.
Last boss of Circus Tower.
Last boss. Sorry, so I'd say D. I hear a lot about his stuff that happened, but it's more so the other characters that act upon that, and the fallout from that is what creates other characters and villains and all that.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I feel like he is he should be a bigger villain, but we don't really get the whole picture. He's the last boss of Circus Tower, so he's kind of giving me Zodiac vibes. We're okay, it wasn't that scary, but that averages him out to a C. I'll give him a D, but 2 C's, 2 D jumps up. All right, Cloud of Darkness.
This is way more pop-up than Xande. And the thing is, Cloud of Darkness should represent intense villainy.
Yeah.
Based on what she's meant to be, but she's really just a raid boss and nothing more.
She's a big lady that suck.
Yeah.
And I love that Rollo, believe me, but I find it difficult to put her in really as a villain in almost any I probably would even say an F.
Oh, really?
Oh,
okay.
I think I could go as low as an E. I mean, she's a massive part about... She was a massive feature of the Allegan, war.
Yeah, she was.
To a certain extent, she does have a character. She was essentially partners with Xande. But I also agree that she is kind of a pop-up villain, which makes me feel like she's between a D and an E for me.
Like, we get into her a little bit again in Eden, but for no real reason. It was just think of something bad, like dark.
We don't really get into her at all. We're just recreating her from her memory.
Like,
I mean,
other than that, it's just like, and she doesn't. I feel like she would have popped up more in some of the Void stuff we did with Zera, but again, she doesn't really.
No.
I don't know. She should be more than she is.
She should be more, and it's kind of like the same with Xande. It's like he should be a lot more, but he's not.
I feel like, and she's not talked about outside of, like, he has a much more history than she is.
Xande is like way more in like part of our world than the Cloud of Darkness is, and she's not even a big part of the world she comes from, the Void. Like we've seen that. There's hardly any mention of her. So
you can talk me up to an E, but I don't see her as much.
I have her. I think I'll put her at E.
Okay, 2 E.
Yeah, I think she's definitely the same problem as Xande. Just a lot of telling and not showing, which again I think is fine for how that story worked out. But in terms of her villainous status, E, I guess.
Okay.
You know what? She reminds me of Maleficent in Kingdom Hearts 1. Her status as a villain there. If that makes sense.
I mean,
I can see that, but I think that's a bit like unkind to Maleficent.
she did a little bit more, but I think she kind of occupies that same space in the story.
Yeah. Okay. We'll all go E here, I guess. Oh, this one's interesting. Edda. Edda Blackbosom, or Pure Heart, as she was called first, and now Blackbosom.
Edda's probably. I think the story of when Edda and her party is one of the coolest parts in A Realm Reborn, and it was. I wish they'd done more like that. You don't see enough adventurers in this game.
No.
Like people, in some of the class quests and stuff. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm new to being a monk or whatever as well, and we'll go along. But like, she really was a great, and like Edda's ghost that you can see sometimes in Gridania and all this shit like mythos around her. I think Edda's really cool.
I think Edda's very, she's good.
Yeah, so great mythos.
I think she's like the opposite side of the coin to Livia, except good. Yeah. Like that same kind of story of like someone kind of driven with obsession over someone and the kind of tragicness of it. Yeah. But done in a much better way than Livia.
Yeah.
She pops up in all the right places. The fact that she's in the dungeons we go to and is going, is falling far, but then like even in Palace of the Dead, like that just was really clever.
Like the peak.
I will say, but.
Is obviously Palace of the Dead, but we do see her we see her once, we see her twice. I think we see her 4 times, don't we? Like in the there's twice in the MSQ. There's one before you go in, and then there's one after you go into and then there's the dungeon,
Tempera Deepcroft Hard Mode.
And then
I think
Palace of the Dead.
I think her high point is Tempera Deepcroft, because I feel like by the time you see her in Palace of the Dead, she's more just a puppet. She doesn't really have agency.
I think Palace of the Dead is like her downfall part. Like you see the villain has fallen, but she's still like hanging on in a way, and she's completely consumed by Avere.
She becomes crazy.
Whoa. I feel as if she dies after Tempera Deepcroft, then she's only revived as a puppet by
that's what the Palace of the Dead is, isn't it?
Palace of the Dead that I can't remember his name.
Nabath.
The dude from Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah. Now,
whatever his name. Whatever his name was. Okay. Yeah. Where are we putting her?
Well, I think she's better than Livia, as Rollo said. So I feel like I put her as C.
Crazy obsessive lady, done well. B, I think.
Nybeth of the Lord.
That's the guy. Yeah.
What did you all say?
B for Rollo, C for Georgi.
I'm gonna say B as well. I think.
Yeah. Amazing costume change, by the way.
Oh yeah,
that's true too. Yeah. I really liked the subtle way they did their storyline, because like chat says, they pop up throughout the MSQ as you see them like wandering around on their journey. Yeah. And it was just so fun to. It was such a good side story that you don't participate in all of. You just see the snippets that you need. I really liked it.
You could see her. Yeah. Yeah. Go on.
I'm sorry. Nybeth is not from Tactics. He is from Tactics Ogre.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's not even a crossover with the Final Fantasy game. It's with another series entirely.
Right. Okay. No, I agree. I would go B. I mean, I could be even persuaded to go A because I really like her story. But yeah, B it is. Then there's Avere Bravearm, which freaks me out because our last name is very close and he has the same face as my character. So I don't like that. This is, of course, what spirals Edda into madness, this man.
He's like the
Is he
Most
a
of-
villain?
Most of his villainous stuff is retroactive for the most part.
Yeah.
The
That's
main
true.
thing you see beforehand is him insulting her before we go inside Sestasha, and then he's dead.
Yes. He loses his head, right? I think that's implied. Or is it implied in Palace of the? I don't remember where it is implied that he might have lost his head, but maybe she took his head. Did she cut off his head? There's something about his
cut
head.
off his head
Yeah,
afterwards.
there was something about the head. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why the mount is literally just his head with wings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He was a bad tank and a shitty party leader, yes, but how villainous is he?
I
He's
think
a genuinely terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 19. He should have been in the club.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Okay.
He's not really the focus of the story with the villain stuff with Edda. He's an abuser, and you see some of it, but it's I don't know. He's more of a part of Edda's story than his like own as a villain.
I think the thing that puts him above like the things in E for me personally, to at least be D, is just that like his villainy is more real than the sort of like far-reaching like nebulous villainy of many of the other people in E.
But
he has a very human villainy.
That's true.
He's like he's weak, he's cowardly. What he wants to do is be seen as like the hero and be seen as good. But he isn't a hero, and he's not a good person, and it's a very interesting concept.
He's not very nice to the person that he's in a relationship with either.
No,
that's true.
He's horrible to her, and he does things to try and make himself look good. But he's just a boy. He's just a baby boy, and that's why he dies.
But I feel like you just don't see enough of it to really.
I think that's fair.
I
yeah.
think we're getting a lot of. I mean, if we're gonna be, a lot of Xande stuff happens out of the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Edda's the hero of the story, and most of what happens is her doing. He's just a bad start to it.
You don't
He's the catalyst for Edda's villain origin, I guess. Imagine if the Joker was a bad adventurer. And
Exactly.
Harley Quinn. And he died.
He's a D. He's a D for me.
Okay, D from Gurgi.
Probably EM.
Yeah, I think he's on the same level as Ysael's villainy, where it's just not a lot. It's not there too often. You don't see too much of it, A lot of it's kind of implied and not. It's like a nice little sample of a piece of cake. You're like, all right,
it's
I guess.
not nice cake.
Oh, it's rancid cake.
Yeah.
I don't want any more.
I feel like he's too distant from the story to I can't give him any higher than E. So E.
Okay.
E for Avere. All right. Now Nhaza'a Jaab or Job.
He's a jobber.
He's a jobber.
He's a jobber.
This is the allied tribal quests guy.
Beloved jobber.
Yeah. How do we even?
He didn't come back. He didn't come back.
No.
I was hoping.
No, he does appear he appears in side dialogue. If you interact with the radio, he does attempt to do stuff just like we never encounter him.
Oh, that's like.
So he's not in the quest. He's just something you can. It's an Easter egg, more like it sounds.
Yeah,
like.
he's an Easter egg.
Yeah,
he's still there though.
Yeah. But yeah.
I don't know enough about him.
Oh, you haven't done the Beast Tribes, have you?
I've not done most of the Allied tribe quests.
He just pops up and
because I want to do them in the proper order. So I'm allied in later stuff, but there's some early ones.
The Realm Reborn base tribes suck, but I would probably say the Allied Realm Reborn quest line is probably the best one.
Yeah. He does just sort of end up being just a very generic villain that's there to be I'm causing chaos with my presence, and that's it.
I feel like he's what's his face? The Manderville man. Oh, I'm forgetting his name right now.
Which one? Hildebrand?
I feel it's like Hildebrand, but like a bad guy, you know? And the same
Yeah, I
level
can
of
say that.
scariness.
Yeah. He's cartoonish in his
Yeah.
villainy. Yeah.
Which is, I think it's funny, you know? It's cute.
Yeah, I think he's funny. I like how we to a certain extent we understand his character. He's kind of like he's vain. He's like he's very proud of himself, self-important.
Yeah.
But like he's ultimately just as Rollo said, a jobber.
Yeah. He's like Dick Dastardly if he didn't
Yeah,
have
he
the
is Dick
dog.
Dastardly-esque. Except like he likes to dress in a pearl print bikini.
Right. Yes, that's right. He is a little slut.
He's a little slut.
All right. So where do we land him then?
D or a C?
I think he's a C. I appreciate his presence as a villain.
Really?
I think he.
That's
yeah,
fair.
Yeah, I
you
guess
know,
so.
he's like I don't know. It's like going to a park and seeing Maleficent, be like, oh, she's the bad guy. Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm bad. Ooh.
Yeah,
like
okay.
Disney World.
You've convinced me. I'll put him at SA as well. Up to you, Lakil.
Well, I'm not going to put him any lower than D anyway. So you know, I'll join you. Why not? I'll join C. Triple C's.
Mm-hmm.
Abstaining, I guess, because you don't.
I'm
know.
abstaining, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Igeyorhm, it's time.
My boy Iggy.
Iggy.
Girl.
My girl.
My
Yeah.
girl.
Oh, my
my
girl,
girl
sorry.
Iggy. How do we even?
Ascian Prime.
Yeah.
Lightning.
She is part of
was
Ascian
Fucking
Prime.
cool.
She's someone that works alongside Lahabrea. The most evil thing she does is she's the reason the void exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the one who fucked everything up there.
She was so
And then
bad at her job of
abandoned
being
it.
evil, though.
Yeah.
She wasn't very good at being evil. I don't really care for Igeyorhm. I do like Arf, and
Yeah.
I love Ascian Prime, and I think that's the budget. They spent their whole budget. Remember that? That's why Stormblood was so bad, because they spent all their budget on Heavenswood's last boss,
Yeah. Of course.
on the visual effects. But yeah, no.
Well,
it's-
then how... Well, where did they get the money for patches 3.1 through 3.5, mate?
Kickstarter and
Kickstarter, yeah.
Patreon donations.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
I don't really. What does she do? What's her villain other than the void? What does she fucking do? Like the void.
Other than the void.
Yeah, but just so we can focus.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of her interaction with us.
I mean,
We fight her in
she
half.
works... She's essentially interchangeable with Lahabrea during the Heavenswood arc,
Yeah.
for the most part.
True.
She's there with the Mr. Man, the evil Pope.
But she's...
Yeah.
But like, yeah, she's definitely
Well-
around longer than Nabriales, which is what makes me think she's at least a D, if not a C.
Oh, yeah.
It's between those two for me, because ultimately she's very she feels very pop up from our perspective.
Yeah.
I think the background stuff, we said things for like Yuyuhase and Laurentius and Xande is very important.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely brings her up a bit, but
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
really do feel like she's just one of those throwaway
She is,
Ascians they had
again,
around that time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They, random, but they don't really bring up the Ascian Prime stuff again. Very crazy that you can just fuse with someone like that and make a horrible creature beast.
They did that.
You know?
They
Yeah.
do that in Eden. Mitron does it, or
no.
Logorith
That's
does it,
true.
whichever
And they,
one. To
yeah,
the
they
yeah,
turn
right.
to Artemis.
Mm-hmm. It is something they can do.
Why don't they do that more? What if they all fused into one? All of them just went together and went into one.
Yeah.
They should give it a go.
Yeah, that's true. The Prime model is obviously it's just the 1.0.
Yeah.
Ascian doesn't.
Oh.
They got to reuse that.
I don't know, man. She's C or D.
Where are
I
we
don't really
going?
know. I don't
It
know how to
depends on how much
differentiate.
you want to weight her past versus how much impact she has in the story itself. D.
I think because of the weight of the void fuck up and how that impacted the future. Maybe I think I'll go C just because of that.
Okay.
That's like accidental, though. You know, it's like you're trying to shoot a guy and then you obliterate.
Well,
him and you
it is
spend-
accidental, but she is the first person that ever even came close to causing a calamity.
Yeah.
That
And I think
It's
the
be-
fact that she
it's-
fucked it up helped us learn from that.
Yeah, it's because of her actions that the other Ascians are able to succeed later on.
Yeah. And we're able to
Pioneer in her
watch it and
field.
stuff. Exactly.
Yeah.
A girl
yeah.
boss breaking the glass ceiling.
making an
Let's
omelet,
go.
you gotta break some eggs, you know. Oh,
You know, I'll give her a C, sure.
all right. Double C, 1D. I think I
Unless
would
you give her
go.
an E. She
I
should
would
be a
go
C.
D, but yeah, we land on a C here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it's finally time for the ant.
Oh, regular.
Regula van
Funny ant.
Hydrus.
The best Guardian design, in my opinion,
But
maybe. I really
gone
liked
in
Yeah.
a flash. in
I
the
know.
story.
I
Underutilized
adore,
character.
like his helmet was so cool. I want it as a glam.
Oh, his design is so good.
yeah.
The main problem is the part of the story where he's actually a villain is so short.
Yeah.
That's
He's
true.
like-
His fight was
He's
kind
like
of
yeah, I agree, but he's like a speed bump in terms of what
yeah.
we're doing during Heavensward.
He's
Yeah.
heaven
It's-
towards Rhitahtyn, I feel like.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
But
I can
his
see that.
like,
Yeah,
his,
but he-
his brief like turnaround point where he was like, you know what, you're not that bad
Yeah.
or whatever that was his best part. So
Yeah.
It's the
a
fact that
villain.
he has a follow-up that makes him better to me, which makes
Yeah.
me better, puts him better than Rhitahtyn to me, which even though it's not really because of he's when he was a villain, but overall he's just deeper, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
D. But I still
D
don't
for
have
deep.
much to say about Regular.
yeah, D for deep.
Yeah.
D's fine.
D, a mournful D, because you could have been so much more.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool armor, though.
Yes, very cool. Warriors of Darkness.
Oh, this is fucking.
It's a different
I don't know.
one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
tragic, very tragic.
Yeah.
But the,
Quote unquote villains.
their introduction was shit.
Oh, I tell.
It was such
Ugh.
bad patches because
The
it was like,
introduction's
what are they doing?
hilarious.
It is
Who are
So
these people?
stupid.
Evil
Some of them.
Oriange? Question mark. Like it was. What is going
that was
on?
wild.
They pop up. They pop up when we're taking on fucking Ravana or something for a second
Yeah.
time.
Some of the worst Heavensward writing. I'm just.
It's
Yeah.
really weird. Really weird. But it paid off so well. But
I
that
think
wasn't
they're
part of their villain arc.
No, but well, I would say their introduction is bad. I think the conclusion of their arc in Heavensward I actually quite like, and it leads
Yeah, I
into
did
quite
too.
a lot of good content. But I do
Yeah.
agree that it's a slog starting up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they get sent back, and there's all the thing with Minfilia and everything, and obviously the impact that had on where Minfilia ends up within the storyline, that was all good. But already they shine.
To me.
Yeah,
There's like,
they
all right,
shine
we're
in
going.
Shadowbringers though,
Yeah, obviously.
not as villains,
That's true. So we
as
can't
heroes,
count,
or you
we
could
can't
call them
count-
maybe anti-heroes or whatever you want, but they were
We
heroes.
can't count their hero arc. We have to count
Yeah.
them as
No, I'm not
Yeah.
counting the. I mean, like Ardbert's the really gets a
Well, yeah.
real.
But you get all that shit in the
Redemption
role
at that
quests.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all the stuff in the role quest, for the most part, happens before they arrive, and by the time they become, what are they? What did they end up calling them?
calling what?
Their team?
They're Cine. They become special, like super Cinators. They have a special.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
name
like
for it.
prime cardinal virtues.
Virtue.
Cardinal
Yeah.
virtues,
Yeah, that's what they call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not
By
really.
the-
I
No.
guess.
No, it's not. I feel more so because of like their impact. I'm gonna put them at C. They're more like a force of nature in the same style as Alexandra or Omega for me.
Mm,
Are they the only team we have on this list?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
In theory, we could have grouped some of the Four Lords into a team, but they don't naturally do that
I
these
think the
days.
Askins could have been a team, honestly, too. I would say C because of the. I do like the tragicness of it. Like, you know, he's like, we did everything right. It's cool. But my God, that
Yeah.
was
I like that, yeah.
so bad.
I think that's their conclusion that really saves them from being a D or an E. Well, yeah, maybe not even an E, but a D.
just
That's what
two
puts them at
expansions.
C for me.
Yeah.
No, it's not even that. Even at the end, I would have put them at. Even before Shadowbringers, I would have put them at a C.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so 2 Cs.
Let's just go.
I would put them on a D, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'd go D. Now I'm thinking about it more. I'm a D guy.
Okay, so 2 Ds, 1 C. Mela, you're...
Let's
You're gonna
see them just to...
All right. C it is.
Just to give them their...
All right, Quickthinx Allthoughts. This is the Alexander storyline.
Oh, shit.
Indeed. I'm gonna be so honest.
The Illuminati?
I don't remember much about him. I remember a lot of people on this list vividly.
Yeah.
But Quickthinx was I don't know what.
Remember
What was
a
his
lot about
thoughts
the
on
storyline?
cheese?
On cheese?
Was he one of the cheese ones?
He is one of the cheese ones.
Yeah.
He was the one that
It was a bit goofy.
he was the one that brought about the Illuminati to start like bringing Alexander back to life
Yeah.
Yeah.
and start using it as a means of like sapping ether from the whole world.
Yeah.
I will just abstain.
Owner of cat.
Oh yeah, what was that? Sharona or something?
Shanoa.
Shanoa.
My Sharona.
My Sharona.
Yeah, he is a bit thin in my memory. At this point.
I think I think Alexander obviously is sentient, so is a more interesting overall. Like, I think he himself didn't really have much of a villainous arc.
He's more of an instigator rather than a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does use the journal of he utilizes Mide's journal to like predict what's happening, and that's how he's sort of able to like outsmart us up until the point we get around him.
Yeah, but
yeah, I know. I need to redo them.
For me, he's kind of just part of the boss cycle. Alex is the star of the show. In a similar way to like Edda and Avere.
Yeah.
Although he obviously has more input in the storyline than Avere did. I don't know. I'm E.
Okay.
Oh, I think I'd put him at D because I think he has more agency than someone like obvious like influence upon the story than characters like Cloud of Darkness or Nabriales.
D from Gurgi. Rollo.
I have to abstain.
Oh, you abstain. Okay, I see.
I can't conjure him. I just be making shit up.
Oh shit. Well, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter because Rollo's abstaining. So
it does matter. So yeah, whatever. Unless you go, I don't know, something ridiculous, like you control whether it's on a D or an E.
S.
I find him to be.
That would drag him all the way up to B.
Yeah. The fact that it's so hard to like remember this character, it's not hard.
I think some of the people we put in here are similarly obscure. Like, I think Avere is still an obscure person.
Yeah.
It's just
Quickthinx isn't obscure, technically.
No, exactly.
I mean, he is,
well, yeah, I don't think Quickthinx is obscure, story. And I also think his actions take more front and center during. Yeah. He's part of all 3 parts of the raid series, unlike Cloud of Darkness, who only pops in at the very end.
Yeah.
I am tempted to go E, but plus point for the cat. D.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sharona.
Yeah.
All
right.
Hey, Brian time.
Okay.
Brian.
Grynewath, pure Arvina. So
While
everyone remembers it as Rauban Savage, is this man that we fight during that encounter?
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was at the end of Doma Castle.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the attuned that we fight at the end of Doma Castle, where he's essentially got chainsaws for arms.
Yeah,
that was cool.
He comes back. Is it 4 or 3 times? I think because he's at the end of Heaven's Word, and then
he's not.
Then he appears the start of Stormblood. Then I think he reappears again. The next time I remember him appearing is on the Azim Step, and then again at Doma Castle.
Right.
Insane.
Hey, he left an impact. He's memorable.
Yeah.
He's memorably stupid, which is kind of why, like, I feel like he has to be on the same tier as Nhaza'a Jaab to me, because, like, he's, like, non-threatening, ultimately, but, like, he's persistent.
Yeah.
He has moxie, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the guts to fight us that many times.
Mm-hmm.
He was a bit more
cool
intimidating
green armor
in Heavensward, I'll say that. Because he's like the last trial.
Oh, was he? Because he always has had this goofy, blushy face.
That's true.
He's literally like the last thing you do for Heavensward, though. So you're just like...
He is, that's true.
You're thinking about, like, oh my god, I'm going to see him again.
Yeah. Also, we call him Brian because Orange once asked, how do you pronounce his name? And we said it's Brian. And then we gaslit him into thinking that's what it was. And it was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so... But yeah, like, how villainous is he?
He's not pulling the strings. He's just
not
doing
really doing anything.
But neither does Nhaza'a Jaab. Nhaza'a Jaab is always hired by other people. He never...
Yeah.
Never, like,
should he be so high?
Well, I thought so. I put Nhaza'a on C, which is why I would put Grynewath on C. I think they're just like they're fun, sort of like. I think it's not necessarily the scale; it's like how much of like their villainy is enjoyable, I guess. Because like Cloud of Darkness, the scale of Cloud of Darkness's villainy is massive, but we put it on here.
He just keeps coming back. He's funny. See, for sure. You know what? I almost pity him too by the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably go D, but it'll be a C.
I probably would too, but it would be a C overall.
Okay, so 2 Ds, 2 Cs. Ultima the High Seraph.
Talking about high impact.
Yeah.
But ultimately, essentially just a really cool, if not long-winded, raid boss.
I just don't know if Ultima is even fully gone, though, because of the implications of...
I hope not.
How, what's it called? Fucking... What's the thing that made Athena go crazy? The Heart of Sabik, yeah.
Yeah, Heart of Sabik, yeah.
Like, is she truly completely gone? Like, I kind of hope not, because I think the implications behind Ultima's impact upon the series is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is, if, like, the next mega arc supervillain is Ultima, again, but Ultima, that's, like, at least a really cool thing to go for. It's very Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Because instead of just being the Ultima weapon, which was just a machine, this is like the Ultima, which is much more impactful.
This is an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
which
like
we didn't even know at the
14.
time. The fact that we found out later that it's essentially an alien.
Yeah. I think she would be a really good ultimate boss for the next, for an arc. So I hope. And Sabik they have brought back as well. So I think it's all tying up. I think she probably will come back.
Yeah, she was definitely retroactive in all of her story stuff. Like,
yeah,
because you see the Heart of Sabik all that first, and it's like, oh, Ultima. But it works really well for her. I like how it turned out.
Yeah. The main issue I have is her depth as a character, at least so far. But like because of like the potential that she has, I guess, which is a weird thing to rate her on, I would put her at a D.
Yeah, I think I feel like if we revisited this in the future, if they do add her in as a mega villain, she'd do really well.
Yeah.
But in terms of what we've actually know of her so far and have seen, she can't rate that high because she's really just a raid
She's
boss.
just a boss. Yeah.
And it's possible if she, it might not even be her that reappears later. It might be others of her species.
That's true.
Yeah.
They're like primal aliens, right?
Yeah. I mean, they came about a long time ago.
I mean, threat level wise, she's off the charts technically. Like,
yeah, somehow, we killed her at level 70, but somehow she's existed to some extent. She's existed since pre-sundering, and she survived that.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Are there a bunch of other versions of her then that got sundered?
Oh, I hope not. I think she's
Well,
just that powerful and bold.
We only know the unsundered Ascians. It's possible she's unsundered. We have no idea.
No
Yeah.
idea.
Can you sunder an alien?
And she might not have even been on the
question.
planet at
Dragons
the
weren't
time
sundered.
sundering happened as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
The dragons didn't get sundered.
No?
No, and they're
They
aliens.
didn't. And they're
Well, the
aliens.
dragons didn't arrive until after the sundering.
Yeah, they
did
That's
yeah,
true.
obviously. They
That's
landed
It was
true.
after.
later. Yeah.
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 But
Uh,
if they did, would they have got sundered?
It's a good
That's the real
question.
question.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, where are we going with Ultima the High Seraph?
I gave her a D.
D.
I think D's fair, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Quadruple D for Ultima.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Koryu.
F.
Kageyama. Okay, wait. So are we gonna explain why we're?
It was nothing.
Yeah,
It was the end of the
Absolutely
Four
nothing.
Lords, and
It
this
was
is
a
it.
threat it's the threat that's presented by the Four Lords storyline. You don't even fight it.
No.
It just gets taken out in a cutscene.
Yeah.
This was, you remember, there was like locked behind ancient seals.
Yeah. It
And
was so
its
much
power was
build-up. expanding,
expanding, and it was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, we've really got to. It's whatever it's called,
Aramitama.
Yeah, was like off the charts, and we're all like, oh, we're pogging out. You got to fight all of us to prove how powerful you are. And then it's just fucking Kirin,
Yeah.
which I've been riding around on already,
Yeah.
Let's just.
and then it just
What the
floats
hell?
away. It's nothing. It was such a nothing.
Yeah.
I would have
yeah.
expected at least like a model or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like a new model.
Yeah.
I just,
The ultimate evil villain of these Four Lords. Like they've been watching over it for years.
Yep. Okay. Well, F. Yeah, I'll
F.
give it an F.
I think he's
this,
an F for
There is
sure.
nothing here.
Koryu has no character at all.
No.
Mhm.
No.
No, you can't even say he's a force of
And-
nature. I feel like he's just
And
an evil MacGuffin.
Yep.
The worst part is it's not even a new model. It's just a giant Kirin.
Yeah,
No.
it's very disappointing.
Yeah. Okay. Kageyama. Or
A man
Wario.
after my own heart.
as
Look at him. Look at him. Just take a moment to look at him, and I'm sure you'll see why he deserves the S ranks. No, I'm joking, but he's. I like Kageyama. He's actually the Dr. Robotnik comedy villain. He's
Yeah.
always like, "Wow, you foiled my plans again."
Yeah.
But he'll always keep trying. I like that.
Oh, I love the first part of his fucking Eorzea encyclopedia explanation. Eldest son and heir to his clan's soy sauce empire.
Yeah.
The S again. Maybe he does have
He
to
is a
get that.
cartoonish
That's so funny.
villain.
Yeah.
But in a good
I love
way.
a cartoon villain.
Um,
I don't want to rank him lowly just because he has comedic elements.
no.
He's the
Comedic
Those can be funny.
Can
Yeah.
be good.
He is-
Yeah.
he's like Far East Lolorito except less competent.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
But he's tenacious.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the baggage that Lolorito has that prevents us from ranking him higher as a
Yeah.
group.
True.
I really like
But-
Kageyama.
I don't know if I'd give him a C.
I give him a B. I
I agree.
Really?
yeah, he does his job good, and he jobs really
Kageyama
well.
on the same level as La Brea, Sword in the Seven.
Yeah, I don't know if I can allow him to be on the B.
I think he has a
I
place
mean,
there. You
sure.
don't have to. It's not just about his peers in that. It's on his individual merits. I think the
Money
people
is-
in C are a little bit more, like they're all a little bit kind of. What they represent is bigger than what they actually presented.
Grynewath, bigger than what he represents.
Well, I mean, I don't think he should be. I don't think Grynewath's that high, but
Yeah.
Kageyama is good. He's a good little comedy guy. He's a Dr. Robotnik. I think no lower than a C. I think I'd put B2.
Two
Okay, so
Bs.
2 Bs. I think I have to put him D. I can't let this
Big Yorgi.
be.
I
You
think he's
can't.
an A. No.
Yeah, you
No, I do not think he's
you
an
can't vote force.
You can't
No, I
vote
can't.
force.
I mean, Lakil could still bring it to B.
Yeah.
I just
But I'm gonna say C because I don't think he is up. I don't think.
It's a C.
Yeah. So that's
So
that.
it's
That's
a high C.
It's a high
but
C.
it's
It's a
still a
C
C.
plus. C plus.
Hmm.
Mitron.
Well, no, then he goes to B because you guys both
Two
did
Bs,
C, right?
one D, and one C.
No, I did a D.
Oh, he did. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Georgi pulled it down to try to stop us rolling.
Protest votes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the comments.
What is this?
guys.
Eurovision? All right, Mitron.
See, I don't. Wrong. I think it's just poorly implemented, but conceptually, I like the idea of Mitron, this character that like worked alongside Logorith to bring about the end of the first, essentially.
Yeah.
But then fucking up, and then like one of them gets destroyed and forced to be reborn in the form of Gaia, and then Mitron is trapped inside Eden.
Yeah.
I mean, the concept's kind of cool. I feel like Mitron was a little bit
Pop
weird.
up.
Yeah, the issue is the concept is cool, but the implementation is subpar.
Yeah.
It was always a bit weird. Like, I feel like he was too desperate in his attempt to be like, oh, you know, this is what you are. You're an asset. You know, you're one of us. Blah blah blah. We gotta fuse. Remember your memories. Blah. Like he felt, like chat says, he felt like a little horny boy who just needed to get on with the job. And
Yeah.
like, I feel like there wasn't enough build up to what was supposed to be and should have been a big revelation.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Chad is correct that it is later revealed that Mitron in the original unsundered as a woman,
Yes, true.
which is a cool detail that they chose to go with.
That's true. Yeah.
But Mitron does literally kind of just pop up, though. I feel like they're like, it's time for you. It's time to put we need a plot device.
Chad is correct that Mitron is the fairy that essentially talks to Gaia the whole time, though she's unaware of it. So Mitron is the thing that like leads on most of the storyline.
Yeah.
I mean, Mitron is the thing that awakens Gaia, that like we fight her in the second part of Eden.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A score for Mitron then? What are we thinking here?
He feels like force of nature to me. So like I kind of want to put him at C, but I could see an argument for D.
You can't lust over a minor like that, man. Jail.
True.
That's true, especially if you were originally a lesbian relationship, but you decided to turn into get reincarnated as a man.
I don't think they decide how they get reincarnated.
I don't know what. Yeah.
Making it even weirder. Poor Gaia. And I don't even like her. I don't even know.
I don't understand Mela's argument. But, all right.
No, it's very confusing.
It's his hate of Gaia and Reen.
My Gaia hate
it's
is
just clouding
just off
everything.
the charts.
Yeah.
Mitron
Okay.
is associated with Gaia. I don't like the Gaia.
So
I don't know where to put them. I don't know.
I am definitely don't care much for Mitron. Feel like Mitron
It's fair.
was just made for the quest.
I think he's kind of like a Avere almost in terms of like Gaia's
it's
story
just
or Igeyorhm's, you know. So it's just
serves a function in a cutscene, in a Okay, Mela.
Yeah.
Do you have a score you want to give?
Has everyone else?
Sorry, Georgi,
No,
you've
only
given
me.
C.
C.
Rollo.
I'll go D.
I am tempted to go E because I just don't. Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to do that. E. I'm gonna go E. You know what? I'm gonna be negative today. E.
That's fine.
Mela.
All right.
It's on.
I mean, I'll probably land in a D overall then.
All right.
Even if I gave an E, it would end up in a D.
Yeah.
It would end up as a D. Yeah. Be a low D, but
Yeah.
it is a D.
minus. 9S.
F.
I meant to put 2P, not 9S, was what I realized, because I
Yeah.
don't even really consider
Yeah,
9S
I
a
was-
villain.
I thought about it when I was putting it
him
together. I'm
once.
like, 9S, but no 2B. And I didn't
Even
do
the red
anything.
girl
It's
is
ju-
stretched.
Sorry, 2P. 2 penis. Was it? What is it actually?
Like-
Rollo? Isn't it 2
It's
Panasonic?
it's 2P.
2 Panasonic.
Panasonic.
That shit's canon.
It's
I love
only
that.
because of fucking Soul Calibur 6. So it's barely even canon. But yeah, it's
good.
2 Panasonic.
Yeah.
2 Panasonic and 2. What does the B stand?
It's a type of android she is. She's a battle unit.
Right.
Oh, battle. Okay.
So maybe we should judge 9S as a combined 9S 2P. Maybe like I don't know how.
Well,
we-
I mean,
really-
we're not doing a part 3 just to slot in 2P.
No,
just
I
saying that for the
understand.
comments.
Well, I will just say this. 2P, who's not getting ranked, I would put at an E at best.
Yeah.
9S is an F because he's not even a villain.
Yeah, I mean, I say F because the villainy of the Nier arc was shit.
It's
Whether the raids, some of the raids were quite good and some of the fights were quite good, but it was so stupid.
Red Girl.
Same with Red Girl.
F.
For me.
It doesn't make any sense in 14 without the context of Drakengard and
Exactly.
No.
Automata. It is,
Yeah.
at least in Automata, that iteration is like the consciousness of the machine hive mind or something like that.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't come across. It's cool visual though. A cool
She was,
combat.
it was
Yeah.
like her fight was kind of neat. Good
Yeah.
mechanics, but
Yeah, it's just
weird.
Yeah.
Imagine going into a raid in this game where you've been playing and you're not really sure what's going on, and now all the textures have gone and you're fighting a massive little girl.
Yeah.
Very odd.
Okay. Misija Votya.
Vodyosh.
Misija is probably the highest
like
rated
Misija.
one we're going to have today, I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't even like her, but she is a good villain.
She's an amazing villain. She's one of the most complex villains we've ever had.
Yeah, she was really interesting, and I think maybe the fact that I don't like her is good. in
That
terms
is,
of the
yeah, you
villain.
shouldn't like a villain.
It's like-
like
She was
there was a part of me
very
I wanted to give her a
horrible
chance.
yeah.
I pitied her, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I sort of agree with you. I mean, she is sympathetic. Like her motivations are sympathetic. It's just the fact that she takes it too far is what makes her truly
Yeah.
like you can't defend her actions ultimately.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Becoming a primal is not a good thing, I'd say sometimes.
I mean, I would also say the what's it called? What do they call it? The tempering of the blades was also quite fucked up.
Oh
Yeah.
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 I think she was really interesting. I feel like there were lots of times where the story could have gone in the direction of her like joining our side anyway.
Yeah.
that was
imagine
interesting.
if you could have killed her though. If you had that option.
Oh yeah.
You do have the chance to kill her.
Yeah, we do
Well,
fight.
no, I mean like there's like the little story mode. Remember where you have
yeah.
the knife?
Yeah, but you don't
Yeah.
actually.
You can't.
You
That's what I'm
can't
saying.
actually kill
No,
her.
you can't. But you get to. I mean, you get to say you would have killed her. She just dies before you get to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we should have been able to murder.
Very unlike your character for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah. You know what? S. I think she's a perfect villain.
S.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think she doesn't overstay her welcome. She does very good in her role in that entire storyline,
I think
and
that's correct.
you get to see her do her thing, and she gets to be sad, or you get to be sad about her backstory too.
I think I'd probably go A.
I will go A.
I think I would go A as well. I don't think I could go as high as an S. I do think she's a very well written character, but I don't know.
mean,
if
yeah.
she's...
I think she's on par with the people in A. I think Ilbert and Emmett Saka are very special.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, okay. So 1S, 3 A's.
I think she's definitely supposed to be up there. Who the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly. Menenius, Sass,
Menenius.
Lanatus.
Lanatus.
Don't put him in A. What the hell? Don't even.
Yes, that's Lanatus.
This is
Menenius
the friend
and
of.
Lyon.
Oh, it was him.
Yeah, you mostly see
They're
him
the
with his
two
armor
main-
on.
Yeah, they're
you
the
can
two
never
main
remember
villains of the, well, outside of Misija. They're the two main villains of the whole Bosnia storyline.
Yeah. I could not remember him looking.
Oh,
like that.
There is, I will say, there's quite a decent amount. Decent is the wrong word. Like, there's a surprising amount of art between these two men.
Oh, that does
The
not
Not
next
enough.
two we're rating.
Not enough. Make more.
Make
Yeah,
more.
I will say, I think he's the weaker of the Bosnia villains.
Leon was better.
He's less. There's less
Yeah.
character
Lion.
to him. I agree.
Yeah.
Whatever you
Lion
want to
and
say.
Misija are like they are the stars, I would say.
Yeah.
Uh,
Menenius was a little like he felt like the placeholder Garlean that they needed to have, and then the other two were a little bit more like.
He's not even a Garlean. He's
but he he's there in the armor, and he looks like it. Whereas the others kind of felt like Lyon, like he had that kind of hide for
Menenius
help
is a weird
monk look.
character because I feel like the storyline would have worked better if he didn't exist and it was just Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would deprive us of old man Yowie?
Yeah, how fucking dare you?
He could have had old man Yahweh with Noah.
No.
Okay, where is he going? I don't think he's gonna get high.
I don't know.
Or
He's a D.
I mean, he's the primary cause of most of the actions in Bosnia, so I have to put him at least D, I think. He's just not as memorable as Lyon.
Yeah, I'd say D.
Not a particularly good Garlean armor design, by the way. This is kind of the downfall of Garlean
Yes,
armor.
exactly.
Yeah.
They stopped being able to do good Garlean armor after maybe like Stormblood. Really, Heavensward was when it started.
4D.
Regular.
Remember
was,
Menenius if you still need his field notes? I mean, I think I do still need his field notes, which is fucking frustrating.
All right, Menenius' lover, Lyon.
He's a C. He's essentially he feels very similar to me, but he's more memorable. So I feel like I have to put him higher.
He's
He
a
has
Beastmaster.
more personality, and you fight him. Well, no,
More. You fight
His
both. of
fight
them,
was
but
good.
You fight him more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
more
fact that he's a
memorable.
Beastmaster is good too.
Oh yeah,
He was
that's
having a good
true.
time too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the most villainous thing he does from our perspective is probably the fact that he kills Noah
Yeah.
off screen.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well,
That
as far
doesn't
as we
even
know-
feel canon. It is so weird.
No, it's
I know,
because
it's so strange.
It's written down in game, so it happened.
Okay, so Lyon, are we? So, Georgi says
Yes,
C.
he's fine.
Mela C.
I like him. He's a B.
Like, above
Rollo B.
Menenius, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go C. I'll join a C. Okay. Noah Van Gabranth. Oh, you could have been
Such a-
True.
You
so
could be so much more, and yet E.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Oh.
didn't really
he's-
participate.
He's so off screen. I mean, he is the grand scale villain of the Return to Ivalice and the Bosnia storyline, but he never fought. Do we even ever interact with him personally?
No.
No,
Absolutely not.
we
We see him in a
in
cutscene,
a cutscene. Yeah,
but that's like. I don't even.
and we see him in the cutscene in the Save the Queen storyline, don't we?
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything in
that's
the
what I'm talking
Ivalice
about,
stuff
yeah.
about him. Really, it was.
He is.
like,
He is in the. He does appear in Return to Ivalice because he appears at the very end, showing them that's how they get the construct technology which they use in Bosnia.
Yeah, you can really tell they definitely cut his shit because they have his
Yeah.
full armor
Oh, yeah.
in game.
Uh-huh.
Like he just has his 12 look. It's
Why
so
was
crazy.
he so cut? Why did they?
I don't know.
Why
Maybe
did they
they,
do that
ran out of
reaction?
time, or like there's
It was a
something.
behind the scenes on this one because
There must have been a lot
I
going
don't
on.
know.
Yeah.
I feel as if like they left, but the Save the Queen storyline sort of incomplete because they thought they'd come back to it, but then they were like, they got this weird impression. I don't know if it's a thing from the Japanese community. Well, yeah, they didn't like the storyline, so they're like, okay,
Yeah.
write it off in a
Japan.
side
That's
story.
bullshit. Yeah, Japan.
Yeah, there's just
But
a really
just-
bad reaction to all the Metsuno stuff. I mean, I don't know why. I think 12 is still popular over there
12
too.
has
so
such a great storyline. What the fuck? It was, and also, excuse me, canon to our game. Even like from 1.0, it was
Wow.
called.
Chat
The name was different, but it was Dalmasca, I think, right?
Chat is correct that Japan doesn't really love 12 either.
Well,
Fuck that.
get over yourselves. How about that?
yeah, get over
Fucked
yourself.
So I mean,
Why you gotta
How
do
can you
this,
look
mate?
at Gabranth and not think that's a cool dude? Like his armor is crazy, but no, they want
Yeah, E,
near.
F even, E.
Yeah.
It's just
he doesn't
like-
get to do anything.
if he's not dead, he could definitely go up in the future. But as where he's been left in the story for us now, he's an E.
No,
Yeah.
Yugi, there's a field note that says that he's definitely dead forever. We found that field
mean-
note on the floor.
I'm hoping that maybe people's outcry is saying that they did like all the Mitsuno stuff.
Whose outcries? The West?
The West.
The West.
They don't listen to
They
us.
don't give a shit about our voice.
Sometimes they do. They kind of listen to the character.
I think they're
Oh.
leaning into the West a bit more recently. I don't know.
That's fair. I actually do think that's true as well.
I think they've realised that, we do play the game as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm hoping.
This shit was good as well. I would be happy for them to, especially now we're going into like a weird sort of, not downtime expansion, but a very different direction. They can definitely explore this kind of stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Especially if Ultima comes back as a big villain, because we'll need to go back there in some
Really?
capacity.
After thinking about it, did we know that Bosnia was going to be the next field zone before Shadowbring is released, or was that something they revealed after post-launch?
Didn't they talk about it in FanFest, or did they just say it was a new type of thing?
No, I don't think we knew.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't
that's
remember well
interesting.
enough.
Because like I was feeling like it is. I still think it's strange that we don't know what the field exploration zone will be, or like storyline will be for this expansion.
I
But-
agree.
I guess they didn't tell us
Eureka
in the
they
past
did
as
early
well.
on.
So they told us Eureka very early.
Yeah,
Said that
Eureka
too
was
early, and that's
FanFest.
I think
Yeah.
why they're not doing it anymore,
Yeah.
because that got delayed.
And then it was like 3 patches in before we got it.
Yeah, it was
We were on
supposed to.
Eureka
come
watch for a
early.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Scarmiglione.
Low.
Yeah.
For me, all of the 4 lords are low. The best ones
This
are
is the
maybe
worst of the 4 lords.
Barbariccia and
'cause this is-
Rubicante.
This is literally just a dungeon boss. That
Yeah.
also that's
I mean, so's Cagnazzo.
Cagnazzo is
yeah.
also that.
He's a little fucking Scarmiglione is just a little rat man.
Yeah, he's a rat man. But all of them, I don't care for any of their backgrounds or stories.
It's more so how you feel about their characterization, to be
Yeah.
honest. Most of the and how you feel about their backstories, I guess, because that does contribute to them as villains.
What, you have to
That
do
back-
the fucking quest for that's
Yeah.
unmarked essentially. Like why?
Uh-huh.
The little,
I don't know. Why would they not?
I
be,
like
at least a
searching
blue
for
quest?
the little fucking hectare leavelings.
I thought that was a cool way of expanding on all their backstories, but I think Scarmiglione and Cagnazzo are the lesser of the two in terms of what they represent,
In
what
terms
they
of
did. And
characterization as
Barbariccia
well,
and
yeah.
Rubicante are the best. So for me, Scar and Cag F, Barbariccia, Rubicante E.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think I could go as low as an F because I think there's more to them than any of the characters in F.
That's fair.
I was going to be as kind as to say that Scarmiglione was D, to be honest.
Interesting. Okay.
No, I'd say E. You can't justify that.
No, I can't justify it either. Scarmiglione is just like is nothing. So E from me. I can't go full F because there is something there, but yeah, E it is. Barbariccia.
She went crazy and murdered people before she turned into a void scent.
Oh, we got another murder lady!
Yeah.
Yay!
She had good design though, and like the fact that we expanded on the domain lore with her a bit
I
was
mean,
cool.
and Barbariccia is great because she has a design that both Mailer and I like.
Yeah,
It's the different
that's
ones.
true.
I think.
And but she loses points because the queen died while we were
Yeah, I was just
trying
gonna
to
say.
kill her.
She reminds me of Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like yeah,
Because the
but
first time
I
we did
would
the
prefer
extreme for
to-
this, she died. Yeah.
So E still.
Okay.
Oh, you said F for
No.
Scarmiglione,
Yeah,
so-
Barbariccia
Scar
is a step
Can I
above
say
for
that?
him.
Okay, so E, C.
Yeah, I'd say E. I mean, I feel like all of them are kind of like E's. Maybe Rubicante is a bit higher, but I just the Void questline in general I think is good, but rating them individually is kind of difficult because they're all part of a greater piece, you know?
Yeah, and they're very small
That's
parts
fair.
of that greater piece. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's an E as well. So
It averages out to a D, actually, then.
Yeah.
Like the
It's a
fiends
D
here,
minus, but it's still a D.
they're actual jobbers too. Like they're just meant to be like, oh,
They really were
maybe-
jobbers.
yeah.
Maybe Rubicante not really because he got a bit more going on, but
He was an original jobber, though. He was still one of the 4 fiends.
Yeah.
Fiends.
Cagnazzo, here we are.
Cagnazzo is just more of like a nothing to me, so it's E, to be honest.
good voice actor though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bug.
No,
Bug
turtle.
Wasn't he
Turtle,
like a
man.
bug originally though? Wasn't that no?
No, he is a
No.
turtle, but he was so ugly.
Okay, he's a turtle. Okay.
They
Turtle
did pretty good on their designs.
He was in his backstory is that he was a fisherman that was bored with fishing, so he just went into battlefields and punched out everyone on either side.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Strong man.
All right, what are we giving?
Wait, Golbez on here by the way?
Golbez is we've already done him. He's
Yeah,
on C.
Golbez is a C.
All right.
Cagnazzo's an E. Cagnazzo's an E for me, I said.
Yeah, F for me.
F for Mela.
I'd say E as well.
Yeah, I'll say. I am tempted to go F because I feel like he's like even worse than Scarmiglione, but
It'll still average to E.
yeah. Okay, then I'll say F. For the record, I want to say F.
Mm.
Rubicante.
He's the most
E.
interesting, but he's also at the point of the
Possibly a
story
D.
where I least cared about the 4 lords, so
Yeah.
it's unfortunate for him.
I've
Yeah.
been worn down by the mediocrity of that entire patch cycle. He broke through to our world,
Yeah.
He did.
so he achieved the goal of dying in our world.
True.
So that's something.
Oh, yeah, he got
For
his
me,
wish.
obviously E, but I could actually be convinced to put him up to a D just because obviously he was the most interesting. But yeah, E still.
I think I'm going to put him at a D.
I'd give him a D. I think he's
I bet you would.
marginally better than the rest, but just like I said, they're all part of a greater whole anyway.
I'll give him a D.
I still like them, the majority of them, honestly. But,
I mean, they were nice little villains, yeah.
Yeah.
they're just
Who
rolling.
here can rate these Hildebrand villains?
Yeah, now we've moved on to Hildebrand villains. So
I've done them all.
Oh, yeah, I've
we're
done them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I will say this is probably the one that's the roughest
This is memories,
to
yeah.
remember.
The memories there.
Ellie
For me,
Ryse.
She's
they're
the hardest to
Realm
remember,
Reborn.
but I actually think she's by far the strongest of all of these villains in terms
She
of
was
villainy.
good. For me, a Realm Reborn was the other detective going around with us, Hildebrand getting cards thrown in his forehead constantly, and Nashu being like, "Yay!"
Yeah.
I remember her being there all the time, but I don't remember like the extent of her villain.
I mean, she was always the quest giver, essentially, too.
I mean,
Yeah.
she
She
was
was
planning
still Dean
a
one.
horrendous
was planning
terrorist
genocide.
attack on Ulda.
Ulda. She
yeah.
wanted to turn. Yeah, it was. Oh, I forgot that she was working with her sister, and her sister was the gentleman thief or whatever it was, stealing all the
Oh,
things
yeah.
they needed to like.
Yes.
I can't remember if it was to make. Yeah, it was. It was to make the I think it was to make the zombie poison or something.
Yeah, the zombie
Yeah.
poison that the.
Yeah. No, I remember
Sylvie
that, but I was
used?
just trying to. I was trying to remember why they were stealing things.
Oh,
that's
right.
Yeah.
She is Sildine. We should probably point that out, and that's why
Yeah.
My
she wants
ancestry.
revenge. She wants revenge for what, If you don't know the story of Ulda, it's a long story. Belladaya
Yeah.
split into Sildi, Ulda, and then
And all that.
I mean,
yeah.
She has very
Praise that.
justifiable reasons to be angry.
She
I
does.
mean, she's going too far, but
Yes.
like, I definitely understand her. And
Ilbert Light.
Kind of,
Really?
yeah.
yeah.
But
Except, unfortunately, her society's already lost.
yeah, that
That's
one's
true,
already
yeah.
gone.
She's definitely she's genuinely.
To be honest, Emmett Selk before Emmett Selk.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll say that,
I
yeah.
see that.
The original Emmett Selk was
Yeah.
a
Ali
lady.
Selk.
I think out of the ones that we have from Hildebrand, darkest kind of villain, considering what
Oh,
she's
for sure.
planning to do.
Oh, by far.
She
They
wants-
never
Yeah.
have a villain as dark as
It
her.
went so much more lighthearted.
Yeah.
I'd say a C. I think she's she's all right.
maybe even a B.
Oh, only a C. I was going to go A.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
I don't think A, but
I'm
I could
edging a
be
B.
convinced of a
I'm
B.
edging a B. I'm edging a B here.
Yeah, I could be convinced of that.
Like I'm putting that on the same as like Xenos and Misija. And
Yeah,
no.
I
She's
think
not-
she's. I personally, I'd put her at the same level as Misija. That's why I think they're both A's.
I could never. But I could C or a B. I'm happy to do a B if you want.
So what do we have? So Rollo C, Georgi A.
Mm-hmm.
Amela, have you given?
I'm happy to do a B.
Ellie Ryse with like Laha Brea. It's kind of that's funny.
You can't. You have to separate.
I mean,
from
I wouldn't
who's
put
in
Edda
them
that
in
high,
some
to be
respects.
honest.
I mean, she's trying to literally kill
She wants
everyone
to,
in Ultima.
Yeah, she wants to eradicate.
to-
well, not just kill them, turn them into
genocide.
zombies.
She wants
Yeah,
to
genocide.
zombify them.
Yeah.
She wants to turn them into like biological weapons.
It's the it would be the biggest attack in Eorzea.
Yeah.
It was insane.
The fall of Ulda, essentially. So I'll go B because she is.
People don't give her enough credit for her villainy because she's part of a comedy side quest series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hildebrand, clearly is able to go through all sorts of topics.
Yeah.
It's just like hearted.
She's girl bossing.
Yeah.
Hey, girly! All right, let's go.
I just
yeah.
feel
B.
ultimately she's like on this. To me, she feels the same as Athena and Misija in terms of the level of her villainy. To be honest, but maybe not as
Well,
like,
she-
cartoonishly. I think Athena is more cartoonishly evil than she is.
Probably true, yeah.
Yeah.
Athena went hard on the like overt evil woman,
Yeah.
whereas Ellie was mysterious because she had Ceci on her side.
Yes.
I mean, she's very like
She's
insidious.
Yeah, exactly.
Ellie is well. See, the thing is, Ellie is insidious in the same way that Athena was insidious in her own time. She
Yeah.
only went full mask off when we're fighting her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ellie was pretending to be on our side hunting.
And to be
for
honest,
her
so was
sister who
Misija.
she
Actually,
would-
now that I think about it, they all were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy with that now.
Okay. Well, she got a B. Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
Greg.
I love Greg, but
Gilgamesh.
Greg is the comedy. But
Greg is
is he
full comedy.
is he actually a villain?
It's-
He wants
I don't know
to
if he's a
be,
villain.
but
I don't really know I don't know what.
I don't know
just
what
wants
he
weapons.
fucking. He just wants weapons. You know.
He wants weapons and he wants to have his chicken
Yeah.
for an Enkidu.
He's
Although I don't
chaotic
really know what
neutral.
he likes.
It's hard to tell
Yeah,
exactly what he
just
is.
doesn't give a shit.
I.
He
It's
needs his own
tough.
special section.
Also, remember, Gilgamesh is, I mean, Gilgamesh. So
Gilgamesh is iconic.
Yeah, as an iconic, and always
But he-
not like a villain. Like it's hard to classify.
Just a
him.
dude.
Yeah, it kind of is.
He's
sometimes.
Kageyama-esque, so I'd go for a C, seeing as Kageyama's there.
C for.
I think they're around the similar level of like comedic villainy.
I can see that.
Eggishness.
You guys wanted to put Kageyama on B.
I love Kageyama.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him. I was gonna give him a B. I think he's.
You're giving
He's a-
Gilgamesh a B?
Yeah, he's a funny dude to have around. You know, he might be a little villainous from time to time. He's a little bit of a freak, but like he's chill.
Yeah, he is a bit.
I'd
of a
smoke
freak.
with him.
It's just he feels very force of nature, which is what makes me feel that like he's a C to me.
Yeah.
His motivations are not deep. He wants weapons.
Yeah, I think a good villain is,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
I
okay
think
with a
he's
C.
good.
I'll give a C as well. So 1B, 3 Cs.
Mhm.
The Grand Sirs.
S rank for me. This is literally my favorite
fucking- this is a
storyline. I
crazy
love the
storyline.
Grand Sirs.
The Grandsires are great as characters, but I could not tell you what their motivation was. Oh, it was
They
because
don't
wanted
like
to
the
become
fucking younguns.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
that's
wanted
just
to
it. They're
become.
being old.
No, they wanted to be young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
they
were
don't want to be
stealing
oldies
VV,
anymore. They're
because they
fucking
thought
youthies.
not VV, sorry, Gigi, because they thought that
Gigi.
Gigi could recreate their youth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
They're the
did
funniest. They're so good.
for a little bit.
Yeah, they went beautiful for a bit.
Yeah.
But why did they? What was like? It was beyond the like. Did they not? Were they gonna like dismantle Gigi? I don't remember exactly what. Besides wanting to be young,
They
what were they
were-
doing that?
GG cast the spells. you
Yeah,
know, so
they had to keep him.
That's what we're built for. So
Yeah.
like wiped his memory or something like that.
I don't remember. It's so long ago now. But I
Yeah.
did this on stream a long time ago. But yeah, this
Yeah,
is...
we did.
Yeah.
You know, they remind me. I remember that Wild Wasteland event in New Vegas when you come out that one town and there's like the old ladies attacking you with like rolling pins.
Yeah.
That's what they remind me of.
This is, I mean, they're not good.
They're not villains. That's the trouble.
They are just old people wanting.
They are very funny.
Favorite Hildebrand quest line.
Yeah.
They're as evil as the old people's home downtown. You know?
Yeah.
We can't give.
They're in the lower half
I mean,
for me,
they have
for
to be an
sure.
F, surely, don't they?
Yeah, I think they're maybe an E for me.
They're not
but
villains.
They're not really that villainous.
They
They
are
don't even
villains.
succeed. Like they're not even like, and what they want is so stupid. They
They're
just want to be
nothing.
young.
Yeah, well, they're not villains.
But they miss their use. They just gotta fuck up.
Yeah,
some
I
little-
love
The
them.
threat level is like 1%.
Zero.
you've-
Yeah, it's
You've
nothing.
talked me down, but I would say E. I don't think they're nothing.
They're not nothing. I mean, the threat
like-
is for like Gigi, I guess, but that's
He's
you care
just
about
a
Gigi.
robot.
we do care about Gigi, and we do we save him, so it's
Yeah.
fine. So E from me, F from Ayla, E from Georgi.
Georgi.
Rollo, what do you give the
Say D.
Grandsters? D.
I think they're all right. Yeah.
A D.
Old
two
people
E's.
are inherently evil. Remember that.
That's true.
Okay.
At least a little.
Yeah.
I mean, before Mela started to really convince me, I was honestly going to go C originally.
Oh my.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. Waluigi or Akebono?
hey.
Okay, what was Akabono's motivation?
I don't remember. I think he just was not a very nice man.
Yeah, but why was he not a very nice man? What was he trying to do?
I don't remember.
Maybe he just wanted more of the market.
Yeah, it was something to do with the market.
But he was
wasn't
trying
it?
to do.
Was
I
it a
feel like he
trade
was
thing?
trying to do some. Was he not doing something more insidious?
There was he was targeted
Something to
by
do with
the
the
wolf
Sexigone.
burglar, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
But he was just a victim in that storyline, I think, because he was just trying. Was he doing something to the Wolfman?
He was. He was trying to do something like paint him as a villain or something. I don't think the wolf burglar was a truth villain or something.
No, I don't remember enough about Akebono, but he's not as cool as Kageyama to me.
Kageyama
because Wire
is-
is better than
Not as
Waluigi.
memorable.
Kageyama
Yeah.
is definitely the villain of that arc. I
Yeah.
would say, yeah.
So,
Was he the one that fell in love with Yojimbo
Well-
at the table? Or was that was Kageyama, wasn't it?
No, Akibono was the one that fell in love with
yeah,
Jim.
'cause they
Yeah,
went,
okay.
they went into the.
No, and it was also Akibono. It wasn't Yojimbo. I feel like
It was-
Akibono fell in love with Hildebrand and woman.
Yeah, Hildy dressed. That
Yeah.
was
Sorry, I got it
Yeah,
backwards.
geisha. D.
What little
Maybe
I
E.
remember, I feel like he had no. I can't remember.
I could not really put him more than Kageyama, but I don't. In any tier under Kageyama, I'm fine with. I don't remember enough about his storyline to remember.
Can he be
what
on the
his-
same level as Livia and Zodiark?
No, actually, you're right. E. Yeah,
I feel like Kageyama was the bigger force in that
He
story.
was.
I
Yeah,
just-
for sure.
I mean, maybe if you guys in chat or in the comments remember more, I could when we come back to this, I might be able to put him higher. But just because I don't remember, I just have to put him at E.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's an e-boy.
You let us know, but
Yeah. Last one.
Van Hoody,
Van Hoody.
rich.
Literally.
Well, poor man becomes rich and then clones
Clones
himself to make a primal of a woman that he fancies, even though she's actually a goddess. And
Yeah.
then,
Manipulates Poo-Poo's friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
poo poo.
I can respect
Poo
it.
poo
you know?
species.
Another,
Anyone
like,
who bullies
greedy
poo-poo
villain.
Species.
So this seems
Yeah.
to be a thing in this. I mean, felt pop up.
Akabono used Do Prism to manipulate wealthy and influential individuals to obtain money. Okay.
He did just want to increase his market.
Yeah, so that
That's
was
pretty
the market
weak
stuff.
motivation.
Yeah.
Van
that
Hoody
doesn't
was
change.
interesting-ish. He had like a his background because you talked to his friend who
His
used to know
background
him,
is
wouldn't
interesting, but like when we meet him, he's so boring.
he? He's very one-dimensional.
And out of like kind of just he's very rushed into the Hildebrand story. They talk about him for a little bit, but
That whole one was weird.
I feel like you don't see
It
him
is
in
very
the parts,
fight.
right?
sorry, what Roland?
Yeah, it
Because you don't even really see him that much or at all in the first two parts. Of
No.
no, you only see him at the very end, and it's just like, my plans are coming together.
And then you fight Asura. You know, that's
His
it.
plans came together.
And then he gets in the spaceship and tries to fly away, but gets knocked down.
Yeah.
I don't care for him that much, but I'd say he's around an Akebono level, maybe.
I'll put him at E. I could be convinced to put him at F, but I'll put him at E.
Yeah, I'd be with that.
I think he's an E,
Yeah.
That seems fair to me.
I am tempted to go F, but I'll, for the record, I'll go F, but he will land on E.
Look at that.
That's it.
Wow. Do we need to rearrange anything from last time?
Yeah, we can go through it and see if there's something we want to move. So S rank is Ilbert and Emmett Selk. I don't think we're going to want to move
That's
them.
fair.
No way.
A rank, Gaius, Nail Van Darnus, Nidhogg, Xenos, Yotsu, Vothri, Fandaniel, Hermes, Athena, and Misija.
I agree with that. Sort of fine.
Yeah.
I would put Misija down, but yeah, that's fine.
I put her higher. Fuck you.
It equals out then.
Yeah.
There's no movement there.
I don't think that's going to move. La Brea, Gordon the Seventh.
I'd love to see you two in opposing political parties in a debate.
Yeah. Fordola, Asahi, Elidibus, Valens, Edda, and Ellie.
I could see
Yes.
Fordola maybe being an A in hindsight.
Well, you're the only one that wants that.
I love that Georgi just shuts down any discussion about
like
them.
what?
Like, yeah,
Okay.
you're probably the only one, bitch.
We're going over them again.
We're going
I
over them
didn't say
again. Let's-
probably.
Okay, let's not shut anyone down. All right. Okay.
Can either of you be convinced?
I think.
I mean, she is
compared to
cool.
The competition too. That's in there. I think she's. What's on B and what's A, I think she would match an A just fine.
I mean, I want to put it at Elidibus at A.
I don't think anyone's going to want to do that, Georgi.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
Okay, so...
I mean, maybe that's... I mean, I don't know about Ellie in that high either, but she is. Compared to some... I don't know, I think it's tough to compare them within the kids at some point. They're also different.
Yeah. I think...
It's tough because, Fordola's so important in the whole MSQ, but Ellie's, what she actually wanted to do is insane. That's the trouble. It's so hard to compare. I think they're okay.
Yeah. I think they're good. I feel like Fordola, for instance, she didn't... I mean, she's good. She has a good villain arc, and she's very complex.
I feel like she's the weak... I just feel like she's the weakest of the Stormblood trio in terms of, villainy.
Yeah.
True.
Xenos and Yotsu were better than her.
There's a
I
lot
think-
there, though. It's a pretty
I
compelling
agree with you
thing.
that she has a very, her
She's
backstory is
cool.
very intriguing, and her, situation. But...
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing that
she's
prevents me
similar-
from putting her in higher is that she's ultimately redeemable. No one in A is redeemable.
That
That's
doesn't matter
true.
if they're
That's
redeemable, really. I don't think that affects
true.
it.
That's fair, but that's my perspective.
Yeah,
Mm.
the people on the top row they cannot be redeemed because they've done some pretty
They're the insane
horrendous stuff.
I think she's a much better version of Laurentius, that kind of story.
No, but Fordola is doing it to survive. Laurentius is doing it because he's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Doing it to survive. I think he has to do this to survive, I
No,
guess.
he was a wood whaler, Rollo. He just couldn't help himself. He had a good life. And then he just fucked
Yeah.
it all up because he couldn't
Yeah.
stop
Because
fucking...
he was like, "Oh, the Guardians are offering me more."
yeah.
He
he's
could
like-
have had an easier life.
yeah.
Well, see, that's
The,
what I wanna
Guardians,
do.
to a certain extent, are offering $4 more. They're
Yeah.
offering
Yeah.
her
A life.
being equal compared to being shat on,
Yeah.
like the rest
Yeah.
of
But
the
Laurentius
Alameda.
lived in Gridania as a woodvailer.
Woodvailer.
Don't do two
He had the
double
easiest of
W's.
the life.
Yeah, his main issue was that as a policeman, he didn't earn enough money.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Which is
And
real.
behind the
but-
Woodwailer's brother, the thin brown line.
Okay, well,
No,
let's.
I don't.
Okay, nothing's going to move on B. I feel
think
like
it's
we
fine.
have C is our biggest category, which often is the case.
I think it should be.
Yeah,
it's the
Alexander,
average.
Diablos, Omega, Mitron, Golbez, Yuyuhase, Laurentius, Xande, Nhaza'a, Igeyorhm, Warriors of Darkness, Grynewath or Brian, Kageyama, Lyon, and Gilgamesh. Anyone here that feel like they shouldn't be in here?
Fine.
Okay.
I think that's fine. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
There's
I
some
think-
that I think could go down, but I don't care
Xande
enough
could
about
go
them.
Yeah, I don't feel
Yeah.
strongly against. I don't feel strongly
I think they're all
in any other way.
good mid villain, kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, obviously, yeah, Mitron into F would be fine, but
D, Nero, Lolorito, Teleji, Varus, Zodiarch, Livia, Regula, Quickthinx, Ultima, Mitron, Menenius, Barbariccia, and Rubicante.
Sorry, I forgot about Menenius.
this is a depressing tier because this is like
Lost
the potential tier. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is Nero, and like Lolorito, Zodiac, Varus. There's so many good possibilities there. This
Regula.
one's depressing. Yeah,
Yeah.
this tier makes me sad.
I think Little Rita should be lower, but you already know how I feel about that anyway.
You think Lolorito
I think Teleji should be lower.
Yeah. If we're never going to agree on which one should be lower, they can be equals.
Yeah. And then E, Isael, Ranjit, Rhitahtyn, Nabriales, Cloud of Darkness, Avere, Noah, Scarmiglione, Cagnazzo, the Grand Sirs, Akebono, and Van Hoody. I think they're
I
pretty
mean-
solid. This tier has been mostly filled out today, so
I would
think we're-
drag the.
I could at this point I could see the argument for Ranjit going up, but I don't care enough about Ranjit to make that argument.
I think Ranji could go up. Yeah, he's. I don't know. These guys are like fucking posers and losers,
No,
or even more missed potential.
that's not necessarily false. Yeah, maybe.
With the worst one being Noah, as in the biggest amount of.
No, yeah. Ranjit still lost potential, but he was at least fleshed out.
yeah.
But he was so weirdly designed as well. He's a tough one. Like you said earlier, why was he so strong?
Because
Yeah.
just like that on the first, you didn't know.
Hmm.
He trained with the whatever Minfilia thousands of times.
Whoa!
Oh,
Thank you, Curly Fries. What do we think? Should we want to move him or do we leave him? Ranjit, I mean.
I think he's cool in D, but if you want to keep him there, that's fine too.
So one
not-
vote for D, more votes against.
I just don't care enough to raise him up. That's the issue. Like, his character is ultimately, like, I could see the argument for him being higher, but I just, like, his character was so nothing to me in the end that, like, I can't bring myself to say that, but I wouldn't be against if other people wanted to raise him.
Yeah, I'm not overly
So
worried
he's
either
staying.
way.
It doesn't sound like we're caring enough to move him.
That's
other than
fine.
Rollo. Okay.
Yeah.
He just
I
fills me
don't
with
mind either way.
nothing.
Yeah, same. And then F, I think we're pretty solid on.
Oh, yeah.
Koryu, 9S.
Oh, yeah.
and
I mean,
Red
to
Girl.
be honest, for the next time, if we ever come back to this, I would want 9S just taken off this list.
Yeah. Okay, well that's our list.
I think that's fair. You let us know
Yeah.
who your favourite villains are, and
And let us know if we left anyone off, and we'll come back
Yeah.
to them whenever, like, after, like, Dawn Trail, I guess, maybe.
Yes.
yeah, present your thoughts in
Yeah.
a meaningful way.
post a video response with your. Remember that?
Oh, you can't do that anymore.
Click on the video response button. We'll accept it.
Yeah.
If you do make a video response, let us know.
Yeah. Okay. That's it for that. Thanks for that. I'm trying to find a way to end the video.
Thanks for that.
Goodbye.
Thanks for that.
Bye.